This sign means A. No U-turn, B. No turning, C. No left turn, D. No right turn. A. No U-turn. This sign prohibits U-turns. Do not make a U-turn where this sign is posted. You notice that the driver in the vehicle ahead of you is driving with one hand and talking to a passenger. You should A. Give the vehicle extra space. B. Know that the driver in the vehicle ahead is reducing their safety margin by being an inattentive driver. C. Avoid following the driver's example. D. All of the above. D. All of the above. Do not become distracted by looking at passengers, attempting to find something in your vehicle, looking at reading material, sightseeing, or daydreaming while driving. If a driver near you seems distracted, allow them extra space because the risk of an accident is increased by their inattentiveness. The mechanical condition of a vehicle is the responsibility of A. The legal owner of the vehicle. B. The garage mechanic. C. The vehicle driver. D. The insurance company. C. The vehicle driver. You are responsible for the condition of the vehicle you are driving, even if you are not the owner of the vehicle. General care and maintenance should be performed regularly on every vehicle. You notice a vehicle defect which may affect the safe operation of your vehicle. You should A. Correct the defect as soon as possible. B. Correct the defect when you can afford it. C. Drive the vehicle at slower speeds. D. Drive normally. A. Correct the defect as soon as possible. Any defect that may affect the safe operation of a vehicle should be corrected as soon as possible. Defects should be corrected before the vehicle is driven.
Want to issue DMV test? Go to cheatsheets.com and get your guaranteed cheat sheet.
A police officer directs you to drive through a red light. What should you do? A. Stop and then proceed. B. Wait for the green light. C. Proceed as directed by the officer. D. Make a right turn. C. Proceed as directed by the officer. You must obey all lawful orders and directions given by police officers. If a police officer indicates that you should continue through a red light, follow the instruction. A solid white line down the center of a two-lane road indicates A. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are not permitted to pass. B. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. C. Lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are not permitted to pass. D. Lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. C. Lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are not permitted to pass. White lines are used to separate traffic moving in the same direction. Solid lines indicate that drivers are not permitted to pass. What should you do when an emergency vehicle is approaching while displaying flashing red or blue lights? A. See if you can reach your destination before the emergency vehicle catches up to you. B. Continue driving but try to stay out of its way. C. Pull over to the side of the road and come to a complete stop. D. Stop in the middle of an intersection. C. Pull over to the side of the road and come to a complete stop. You must yield the right-of-way to all emergency vehicles using a siren, air horn, and/or flashing red, blue, or white lights. Where possible, you must pull over to the right edge of the road. If you are in an intersection, drive through the intersection before you pull over. The consumption of alcohol while taking drugs can a. Decrease the effects of the drugs and alcohol. b. Increase the effects of both the drugs and alcohol. c. Help cure your illness. d. Improve your driving ability. b. Increase the effects of both the drugs and alcohol. The combination of alcohol and drugs, in some cases, can increase the effects of both the drugs and alcohol. It can be unsafe to drive after consuming either alcohol or drugs and is even more dangerous after combining them. A flashing red traffic signal at an intersection has the same requirements as a. A slow sign. b. A yield sign. c. A stop sign. d. An intersection sign. c. A stop sign. When approaching a flashing red signal, you must stop and yield to all traffic that does not have to stop. You must stop at a railroad crossing when a. Directed to do so by a flagger. b. It is controlled by a stop sign. c. Flashing red signals and gates are present and operating. d. All of the above. d. All of the above. You must stop at a railroad crossing when directed to do so by a flagger or stop sign. Stop when flashing red signals and gates are present and operating. When towing a trailer, you must make sure that a. The trailer has a safety chain securely attached to the trailer hitch. b. The trailer has a safety chain securely attached to the vehicle's bumper. c. The trailer has a safety chain securely attached to the frame of the towing vehicle. d. The trailer hitch is equipped with a fail-safe latch. c. The trailer has a safety chain securely attached to the frame of the towing vehicle. Your trailer must be equipped with safety chains. Safety chains must be attached to the frame of the towing vehicle and the trailer. They should not be connected to a part of the trailer hitch. To practice defensive driving, you should a. Be aware of developing traffic situations around you. b. Consistently look well ahead of your vehicle and maintain proper following distances. c. Have an alternate plan of action ready. d. All of the above. d. All of the above. Be a defensive driver by looking well ahead of your vehicle and anticipating chain reaction traffic situations. Always have an alternate plan of action ready in case an unexpected event develops. Always maintain the proper following distance and speed for road conditions. Always signal when a. Changing lanes. b. Pulling into or out of a parking space. c. Pulling into traffic from an alley or parking area. d. All of the above. d. All of the above. Always use the proper turn signal when changing lanes, pulling into or out of a parking space, or pulling into traffic from an alley or parking area. Communicate with other drivers on the road to help prevent accidents. On a two-lane street, your vehicle is being followed by a fire engine that is not using its emergency signals. You should a. Continue to drive in a normal manner. b. Stop as quickly as you can. c. Speed up to get out of its way. d. Slow down, move as far to the right as possible, and stop. a. Continue to drive in a normal manner. If you are being followed by an emergency vehicle that is not using its siren or flashing lights, you do not need to clear a path. Continue driving in a normal manner. This sign means a. Slippery when wet. b. tow-away zone. C. Steep downgrade. D. Roadwork ahead. A. Slippery when wet. Warning signs prepare drivers for upcoming road conditions and hazards and are usually yellow with black markings. This sign tells drivers to be cautious when driving under conditions that may cause the roadway to become wet and slippery. While driving, you come upon a sign displaying the words, "Reduced speed, 35 miles per hour." This means A. That the new 35 miles per hour speed limit begins at this sign. B. That the new 35 miles per hour speed limit begins at the next speed limit sign. C. That you have plenty of time to slow down before the reduced speed zone. D. That you should reduce your speed to 35 miles per hour, but only under poor weather conditions. A. That the new 35 miles per hour speed limit begins at this sign. Reduced speed signs inform drivers that they must reduce their speeds. If a new speed limit is posted on one of these signs, the new speed limit begins at the sign. When driving near heavy trucks, other drivers and highway users must make allowances for A. The increased stopping distance required by large vehicles. B. The decreased stopping distance required by large vehicles. C. The decreased noise of larger vehicles. D. The increased speed of larger vehicles. A. The increased stopping distance required by large vehicles. When driving near heavy trucks, other drivers and highway users must make allowances for the increased stopping distance required by the large vehicles. Drivers of smaller vehicles should remain in locations where they can be seen by the driver of the large vehicle and where their view of traffic is not blocked by the vehicle. A yellow light that flashes on and off means A. Stop and look for other vehicles, then go if there is no traffic. B. Stop and wait for a green light. C. Speed up to clear the intersection quickly. D. Slow down and proceed with caution. D. Slow down and proceed with caution. A flashing yellow traffic light means drivers should slow down and proceed with caution. As a pedestrian, you should A. Look for turning vehicles before crossing a street. B. Never run alongside or across a street. C. Walk on the left side of the street, facing traffic. D. All of the above. D. All of the above. As a pedestrian, do not run alongside or across a street. Walk on the left side of the street, facing oncoming traffic. Always look for turning vehicles before crossing a street. When a vehicle with an anti-lock braking system starts to lose traction on a slippery road, drivers should A. Pump the brakes. B. Press and hold the brake pedal. C. Press and hold the gas pedal. D. Lightly tap the brakes. B. Press and hold the brake pedal. If their vehicle loses traction on a slippery road, a driver with an anti-lock braking system (ABS) needs to press down hard on the brake pedal, hold it, and steer out of danger. In an emergency situation, the ABS automatically pumps the brakes at a faster rate than the driver could. Removing steady pressure from the brake pedal or pumping the brakes will disengage the ABS. What should you do when you are going to enter a roadway from a private road? A. Blow your horn to warn cars you are entering the roadway. B. Stop with part of your car on the roadway to alert other drivers. C. Drive out fast to merge smoothly with the traffic. D. Yield the right of way to pedestrians and roadway traffic. D. Yield the right of way to pedestrians and roadway traffic. When entering a roadway from a driveway or private road, you must yield the right of way to pedestrians and traffic on the roadway. As a pedestrian, you should a. Always insist on the right of way over a vehicle when using a crosswalk. b. Never enter a street or crosswalk when vehicles are approaching. c. Enter a crosswalk at any time because it is the vehicle driver's responsibility to stop. d. Use crosswalks only if they are convenient. b. Never enter a street or crosswalk when vehicles are approaching. Pedestrians should not enter a street or crosswalk when vehicles are approaching. Though pedestrians have the right of way in crosswalks, a vehicle approaching from a close distance may not have the time to stop before entering the crosswalk. What may help drivers conserve gasoline? A. Sitting in their driveways with their cars running. B. Accelerating quickly. C. Slowing down gradually. D. Braking abruptly. C. Slowing down gradually. Every time you have to stop quickly, it takes time and fuel to accelerate and get your vehicle back up to the speed of traffic. Drivers who look far ahead of their vehicles can slow down gradually or change lanes to avoid unnecessary braking, leading to better gas mileage. You may honk your horn when you a. Have to stop quickly. b. Are passing another car. c. Have lost control of your car. d. Are passing a bicyclist. c. Have lost control of your car. One situation where it is appropriate to use your horn is if you lose control of your vehicle. In this case, sound your horn to alert other drivers. A leaky exhaust system in your vehicle is dangerous because it can cause a. Loss of hearing. b. Pollution. c. Carbon monoxide poisoning. d. Poor engine performance. c. Carbon monoxide poisoning. The exhaust system carries exhaust gas out of the vehicle and prevents fumes from entering into the passenger compartment. To prevent carbon monoxide poisoning, keep your exhaust system free of leaks. Replace all defective parts immediately. This sign means a. No parking. b. Divided highway ahead. c. Left turn signal. d. Yield. a. No parking. Regulation signs regulate traffic speed and movement, displaying rules which drivers must obey. This regulation sign indicates that parking is not permitted. Alcoholic beverages will affect you? A. More rapidly after you have just eaten. B. More rapidly on an empty stomach. C. In the same way at all times. D. Only if you have more than 2 drinks. B. More rapidly on an empty stomach. Alcohol can affect you differently at different times. Any amount of alcohol consumed on an empty stomach will affect you more rapidly than it does when you have just eaten. It is safest to refrain from driving when you have consumed alcohol in any quantity. When towing a trailer, ensure that it is equipped with a. Properly mounted and lubricated wheels that are covered with fenders or mud guards. B. Tires that are properly inflated. C. The proper lamps and reflectors. D. All of the above. D. All of the above. The wheels of a trailer should be properly mounted and lubricated and must be covered with fenders or mud guards. A trailer should have good tires that are properly inflated. It should be equipped with the proper lamps and reflectors. You have been charged with driving under the influence of alcohol and have refused to take the required chemical test. You may lose your driver license for 12 months. A. Only if you are convicted of driving while under the influence of alcohol. B. Only if you are convicted of a traffic violation. C. Because you have refused to take the test. D. Under no circumstances. C. Because you have refused to take the test. Any person operating a motor vehicle in Hawaii consents to having their blood alcohol content (BAC) tested when requested by law enforcement. Refusing to take a chemical test will result in the revocation of your license for a minimum of 1 year. When you see an emergency vehicle with flashing lights, you must A. Slow down and keep moving in your lane. B. Keep driving in your lane. C. Pull to the right curb and stop. D. Stop exactly where you are.